Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome to week 3. You made it this far. You got halfway through, so that is awesome. So, you heard from Lori the other day, and she asked you to take a look at what your obstacles are. So, you've had 2 weeks to kind of work your goals a little bit. And for those of you who may not have had any goals and just was kind of coming in here and flying by the seat of your pants, because sometimes people do that sort of thing, I'm just going to talk to you about goals. This could be a review for some people, but I'm just going to lay it on out there for you anyway. I'm going to talk about goals and how goals should be. They should be smart, like you guys, because you're all smart. They should be specific, measurable, attainable, actionable, realistic and relevant, and time-bound. What do I mean by all that? Oh, you know I've got another diagram to explain that. I am well known for my diagrams. Here it comes. Specific. 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. Specific, you have to answer all those questions when you're making your specific goal. You want it measurable, because when you're running a race, you don't just keep on running and keep on running and keep on running. You need to know where your finish line is, right? Yeah. Okay. So, how you determine your finish line? It's either a true or false, it's a yes or no, or it's a number. Usually it's a number. So that way you know for sure when you've hit your final destination. Attainable. You want something that you have the resources and the time to actually achieve this thing. So when I say attainable, I'm going to give you an example about weight loss. Attainable means you pick a number that's reasonable and actually doable. You don't say something like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds in a month, because if you do, you are going to lose your motivation after about the first week when you lose 2 pounds, which is actually a really good weight loss, because by the first week losing 2 pounds, you're going to know that by the end of the month, you're not going to lose 50. So that's why it has to be attainable. Relevant. It needs to be relevant to your why. It needs to be relevant to your life. It needs to be something that's going to matter to you. Because if it doesn't matter to you, you're not going to be sustainable long enough to actually achieve it. You're not going to be in it for the long haul. It's going to matter that much to you that you're going to hang in there and you're going to really get her done. Okay? Time bound. You've got to have a timeline on this thing. When you have a timeline and you've got an end date for it, you can then reverse engineer it so that you can go back and figure out, once you know how long it's going to take you to achieve this thing, you can then break it down into sections so that you'll know exactly how much you can achieve by different intervals. And that way, when it's smaller little goals, they're easier to reach those little landmarks as you go. And that makes it a bit easier. So that brings us to today, because we're 2 weeks in. And Lori will talk to you about identifying your obstacles. She talked to you about figuring out what you're having trouble with. I'm also going to flip that around and say, what are you doing really well with? I'd like to see you ramp up the stuff you're doing really well with, and I'd like to see you get some help with the things that you're having a problem with. If you're finding that personal development is an issue or mindset things are an issue for you, talk to us about personal development that we can recommend to you that will help with those mindset issues, because we are the queens of personal development. Part of our job is to do personal development every single day. So you name it, we've read it. So we can probably point you in the right direction for something that would be helpful to whatever specific thing is hitching you up. If, say, for example, food prep is an issue for you, talk to us, talk to your coach, talk to your accountability partner if you got one in the first week, because you may be able to brainstorm with each other and have some ideas. Depending on what your issue is with food prep, if it's a time issue thing or if it's a budgetary issue thing, we've all got lots of ideas of things we can do. We have recipe ideas, we have crock pot ideas, because sometimes throwing crap into a crock pot before you race off to work is one way of getting food prep, and then you come home to a meal that's already cooked. There's, Terry showed you all kinds of gizmos you can work at, that you can use in your kitchen. Sometimes it's a matter of people that haven't really cooked much, and so all of a sudden you've got to cook things and you haven't done a lot of that, and so you might not just have ideas. Maybe you just need some ideas. Maybe it's you're not used to containers and you're a little intimidated with that. We're really good with the containers. We've been using them for a couple of years now. So, come to us. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared at all, because it's all about getting help. We're 2 weeks in. We got 2 more weeks. When you're dealing with goals, this is the big thing about goals, okay? Maybe I should put it up right the way it belongs, like twirl it around like this. That's probably better, isn't it? Okay, it's all about the circle. This is an ongoing circle. You actually, let's go in the right direction. Can you tell it's early in the morning and I'm just sort of getting my act together, and I haven't had any Energize yet, and I haven't had any Shakeology yet, and I haven't done a workout yet. I haven't been on my exercise bike. The brain, there's no blood flow to my brain yet. Okay, so we take our action, we evaluate our action, and then we make revisions. And based on the evaluation of how our actions have gone, we evaluate them, and then we make revisions. So what I'm asking you to do right now, halfway in, is evaluate how things are going here. Evaluate them. Whatever's going really well, ramp it up, amp it up, and keep it going the way it's going. Whatever's not going so well, get some help with it. Reach out, get some help, and get her fixed. And then make your revisions, whatever revisions you have to do, and then just put the rest into action again for the next 2 weeks. Okay? So that's what I'm asking you to do, because I want you to do well. And I'm speaking for all the coaches here, because we all want you to kick huge ass. We want you to kick Kardashian-sized ass in this. And so far you are, and we want that trend to continue. Okay? So we want some Kardashian ass kicked in this. So you guys are rocking it. You guys are doing an amazing job, and we are totally impressed. So I'm going to post my crazy drawings, because I'm well known for them. I'm going to post those down here in case you didn't get a real hard look at them, and to brighten up your day. And I want you to keep doing what you're doing. And my call to action for you under this video is I'd like you to post to me just a quick one-liner of what your struggle, well, actually, you've already given your struggle to Lori. And if you haven't given your struggle or to Lori, I want you to go back over there to her video and do it. Those of you who haven't, that's my one call to action, just to go back over to her. But that's her call to action. But mine is, I want you to tell me below what you're really kicking ass on for the last 2 weeks, what you're really doing well on, and what you're going to keep doing or amp up in the next 2 weeks because you're really like kicking sorry ass on it. Because actually, Wendy mentioned that last night too, what you're doing really good with. So it's kind of I don't know, it's kind of a continuation of what she did, but I want to just keep you going in that direction. And yeah, so you can tell me maybe a one-liner if you want to say the two things, like what you struggle with, but what you're going to do, the difficulty, and then the good thing. Just to have it all in one place, that would be good too. If you want to do that, that would be great, because that's kind of what my theme is here, is the revision. I want to know what your revision would be. So what you're at, you've done your action. Now we're evaluating, because we're halfway through. With your evaluation, what your game plan is for the next 2 weeks. So your game plan involves what didn't work and what did work and how you're going to move forward. But I don't want anything major detail, like a huge chapter written. Just sort of a brief, this worked, this didn't work, and this is what I'm going to do. So I just want to kind of have an idea with you guys without having to go in 17 places to read it, because I'm very interested, because I'm really happy with how things are going with you guys. You're like so cool. I'm so excited every time I go on there and read the stuff you're doing. Like, it's just awesome. So, yay, yay. Anyway, have a good day. Bye. You know I love you. Bye.